Let's fight! A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, in the ghetto, Facebook, the blue app. Let's fight! Candy, the lean, Inderjeet, let's fight! Marky Mark, let's fight! Damian James, let's fight! Sharon Philbord, let's fight! All you fantastic folks, Rasham Waldron, let's fight, guys! Good to see all you beautiful, fantastic folks internationally. Whether you guys are joining us here in Guyana, you guys are joining us somewhere around the world. Welcome to each of you, each and every one of you. That's what I really wanted to say. Each and every one of you. Welcome in the ring this evening, guys. We are so grateful that so many of you are with us. So Roxanne Odessa Jacobs is here. You see all them Odessas? I frighten them, you know. Roxanne Odessa Jacobs, once your name got Odessa in it, I frighten you. Good to see you nonetheless. It's Michelle Solomon. Face Scott, good to see you as well. And John Jones, good to see you. Winston, good luck. In the house as well. Unika Glenn is here. Nicola Best, good to see all of you folks. You know, as you come into the live stream, as you come into the ring, into the Coliseum, into the arena, we always encourage you guys to share the live stream. And more than that, you guys got to partner with us. We can't do this for free. We don't run on water, guys. We got to keep the lights on. We got to keep the internet going. We need power. We got to keep the staff revved up and encouraged with a little payments, with a little financial remuneration, guys. We're available on Cash App. It's the $ in the ring 592. Cash App is the $ in the ring 592. We are available also on the PayPal platform. Is in the ring 592 at gmail.com. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. MMG, we there. MMG, we there. 627-6963. That's the MMG number. 627-6963. You guys know if you got an information tip, you got some photographs, you got some video, WhatsApp us on that number as well. And we ain't got problems with MoneyGram. We ain't got problem with Western Union, guys. We ain't running upon water. It takes the Grangers and them boys to keep we moving forward. So guys, we welcome your partnership financially. Subscribe, retweet, share. Do what you got to do, guys. We got to get this information out there, and we need your help. So thank you for coming on board and for partnering with us, and all of you who have done so in the past. We invite you guys to come back and to partner with us. You see what we're doing here, program after program. Whether it's below the belt, we had a fantastic program during lunch today. We had Nicolette Henry, Dr. Nicolette Henry, and we also had Odessa Primus, the latter of which was going to be joining us back in our program a little later on. We were talking about the crisis in education and also the purgatory at Christ Church, and we can get to that a little later on in our program. Purgatory at Christ Church Secondary School. Nonetheless, guys, you guys keep us powered. You guys ringside us. We don't depend on the Jagabats for nothing. We depend on you guys to keep us moving forward. And we are so heartened by your continued generosity. But we know there's so many of you who can come on board and partner with us. And it's y'all be talking to. The set who come and eat every night, and you don't even say thank you. The set who come and eat every night, I don't even say, hey, hold this $5 tip, hold this $10 tip. Guys, we are privileged to have all of you. And we know things tight, so not everybody can give. We understand it, but when you have an opportunity to, please do so. Guys, sometimes I talk so fast. I grew up talking fast. Words came to me late. So when I did have a hold on them, guys, I would just prattle on. Good to see each and every one of you. Kim Clark, Carol Hudson, Wilton Blue, Melinda Williams, DeSantos. Good to see you, Stacy Lewis and Samoa Williams, Murnus Toby, all of you fantastic folks. Whether it is Ariel, it is Daniel, it is Margaret, all of you fantastic folks. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Come on board and partner with us. Thank you, guys. I don't know about you guys, but we are ready. We are ready to head into the fight. Carrie, we might gotta wait on some of you guys. We won't go for nothing. Claudette Harry, rather. Good to see you. Diane Graves, Zandy, Anthony Higgins, Jamal Aziz, good to see you as well. And Donna Levan, good to see you. Pinky Kerr is here. Anissa Madison, good to see you. Shondell, good to see you as well. Jermaine Osborne, Audrey Ward is here too. I see Penelope Hudson is here. Sandrine Beard. All you fantastic, beautiful people. You know, some people don't get to shout it when the night come. The vex is we, you know. They're vex. But guys, we are so heartened that you guys have been supportive of this program with your viewership. You've been supportive of this program with your finances. You've been supportive of this program by sharing the live stream, and we are thankful for that. Those of you who are joining us on Christopher Jones' page, Chris was on with us last night, and we were so privileged for that. Share the live stream. If you're picking us up on Christopher Jones' page, you're picking us up on the New AFC page, share the live stream there as well. And we know the Ringsiders always flock to my page, share every Duncan on Facebook. Share the live stream there. We want to see those emojis, guys. We want to see those shares. Let us know how you're receiving us out there. Share the live stream. I don't concern who said they ain't got time with shares and they ain't got time with how much emojis or how many emojis they program got. I'm not concerned about that. I like the shares. We like the emojis. It gives us great encouragement. I like your finances to continue moving forward, to continue doing what we're doing. And the whole team says thanks. The entire team says thank you guys for being so supportive of our program. We ain't taking it lightly. We do not take it lightly at all. And we are grateful for folks like Ashanti Henry and Denise Booker, Patricia Leacock, Rhonda Lane, Don Nelson, Mark Allman, George Campbell, and all you fantastic folks. Stacy, Audrey Winter, Shondell Moses. Good to see each and every one of you. Alex Powers, George Campbell. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Folks, let's head into the fight card. We are happy we were able to say hello to so many of you. Let's fight. Let's fight, guys. Let's fight. I don't know about you, but are you ready? We got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things. Bob Marley says so many things to say right now. So many things to say. The refrain goes, guys, welcome in the ring again. Wherever you're joining us from around the world, welcome. Take the opportunity, take a breather, take the opportunity to share their live stream because it's going to mean the world to us. It means the world to us, guys. It means the world to us. Let's get to the fight card, guys. Bringing us a little closer from around the world into the region, into the Caribbean region, from around the world to around the region, Here's some of what is happening around the region. Mia gone big. Mia Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados. Y'all know Barbados got a president now, so we got to make the distinction. The Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Motley, she was recently awarded the Champion of the Earth award. And this comes out of the United Nations. Yep, the United Nations Environmental Program, UNEP. The United Nations Environmental Program has just awarded Mia Motley the Champion of the Earth. We know we got a Champion of the Dirt. They ain't got time with them now. Real champions. You see, when real champions come on the world stage, there are distinctions. And so we pick up this information out of Caribbean National Weekly that Mia Motley was awarded the Champion of the Earth, a prize by the United Nations Environmental Program, and she was among several women who were accorded this distinction. And according to Caribbean National Weekly, this program, according to, and they were quoting a statement out of the UN agency, these champions of the earth inspire, defend, mobilize, and act to tackle the greatest environmental challenges of our time, including ecosystem protection and restoration. And we can show y'all why we will have no champion of the earth coming from these jagabats that we have here. We will show you conclusively this evening why we won't have any champions of the earth for the foreseeable future under this current installed regime. So again, congrats, Mia. Congrats on this prize. Again, and they said that this prize was because of their impact and Mia's impact and leadership in advancing bold action on behalf of the people of the planet. You won't get champion of the earth and you're cutting down mangroves. You won't get champion of the earth and you don't want to do environmental impact assessments. And we can talk about that a little later on in the program. But again, as a Caribbean citizen myself, From a Caribbean citizen to a Caribbean citizen, congratulations, Mia Motley. And I'm certain that lots of you there watching us throughout the Caribbean region, you guys are equally proud, irrespective of our differences with some of the stance Mia Motley has taken in the past. George Campbell, I'm certain you are saying congratulations as well. Well deserved. Nicola Bess and Bernadette and Bernadette James and Maggie Benjamin and all you other fantastic folks who are watching. Do take the opportunity to share the live stream. And also, we want to see those emojis. We want to see what are the reactions out there on social media. We want to see what are the feelings and the emotions on social media this evening. That being said, folks, that bit of good news over with, I bring you guys a little closer to home. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. Well, in 2020, there were close to 4,000. Let me put my tongue between my teeth. 4,000 for my THs. There were close to 4,000 babies born at the Georgetown Public Hospital in 2020. And that speaks to that institution and how far it has come out of the doldrums. Listen to me. My grandfather, at one point in his life, was a patient, God rest his soul now, at the Georgetown Hospital. And he told us, he said when he woke up from the minor surgery, he went there for it. The first thing he feel for your foot. Because Georgetown Public Hospital had racked up a reputation. You go in there for one thing, and something else happened. So if he went in there for a little sore on his hand, he said when he wake up, he checked for your foot, just in case. Just in case. They did the wrong operation. He checked for his feet. But Georgetown Hospital has come a far way. And if you've been an ardent viewer of our program, you would have heard us say that it seems that New Amsterdam Hospital is heading in this direction, and we don't want to see that at all. We have had some appalling instances, some appalling incidents coming out of New Amsterdam Hospital. But this transformation of Georgetown Public Hospital that causes this kind of birth rate, 4,000 babies, right? It is due in large measure to the APNU AFC coalition government and in large measure to our former Minister of Health, Valdel and Lawrence. I know Trenchies don't want to hear this. The Jagabats don't want to hear this. I can see Irfan right now pelting the television with one side of his shoe, pelting the smart TV there at State House with one side of his shoe. They want to hear this. But this is the truth, right? And this was part of the good life, right? People were a lot hot and bothered, right? As part of the good life. People had it good. People were making lots of babies. I am sure when you see by comparison 2021 to 2020 and the babies born at Georgetown Public Hospital, you'll see a significant dip. Things tight. So people got to now choose whether they want to make children or they would like to eat. That is the choice people got. So on to the good life. Y'all see what happened in 4,000. And that's just at Georgetown Public Hospital. We got a lot of other hospitals around this country, government run, and then we have a lot of private institutions too. So if 4,000 born at Georgetown Hospital, we know what some of y'all are doing. Oh, look how the good life had y'all making children. Wild West. Look how the good life on the Granger had some of y'all. And we know that they are talking about this now. And they want to attribute this to the people that want to thief everything. But our attention was drawn to a news article in by the Department of Public Information, April 29, 2019, right? And the header of this article is 50 million expansion for the Georgetown Hospital Corporation maternity unit. 50 million expansion. That was part of the good life. That was part of the good life. So when we hear people talking now about the maternity unit expanding there at the Georgetown Public Hospital, this is where it had its genesis, under the foresight of the David Granger-led administration. Some of y'all don't like it, but he do a lot of good. And this is one of them. And thanks in part as well to the person who led who led the Ministry of Health, Volder and Lawrence. And I'm reading just a snippet of that article. 50 million expansion for GPHC maternity unit, April 29, 2019. MOU signed by government and Canadian banknote company. It caters for increased bed capacity, improved maternity care at public hospital. You see that? Increased maternity care. So people under the David Granger-led administration having plenty children. Plenty children. Right? And, I want to give kudos because I saw Dr. Robbie Rambaran out of the Georgetown Public Hospital, the CEO there, the CEO acting, Dr. Robbie Rambaran, pointed back to that period too in 2019. And according to a newsroom who picked up these comments by Dr. Robbie Rambaran, the acting CEO there at GPHC, he said that in 2019, the government of Guyana signed a memorandum of understanding with the Canadian banknote company through the Guyana Lottery Company to facilitate this project. He says the lottery company gave $50 million, while the remaining $41 million was provided by the government. So the coalition government was doing a lot of things. Some of y'all won't like that, but you got to put it in your pipe and smoke it. It is what it is. And we can continue to highlight the project that these jagabats thief in. Because we saw a news article out there that talks about the increased capacity of beds and so forth coming to Georgetown Public Hospital, but it had its genesis since 2019. Since 2019. And we know some of them jagabats can be out there asking us, where are SOP? Because everything comes back to that. Everything comes back to that. Signs of the times. 4,000 born in 2020. Some of y'all hot. Like them students at Christ Church. Folks, shock and awe at Christ Church. Shock and awe at Christ Church Secondary School. I saw one person say, oh, Father, Christ isn't in this church secondary school. Christ gone from it. Some of the things we saw there, signs of the times. Some of the gyration. Some of the rotation. Some of the escalation of hormones. Father, have mercy. Right? I was very reluctant. So look at this video. I was very reluctant. People keep sending me the videos all the time on WhatsApp. We did ask for videos and you guys have responded. It took me a very long time. Somebody sent it to me very early last evening. This morning, when I woke up, I said, let me take a look to see, because I got to inform the viewers what is happening. And when I saw some of this stuff, I took some notes. I said, because, in all of these years, I little green. I said green downs. I had to take some notes, right? And I called my wife. I said, babes, we everything, right? The Bible said a child shall lead them. The good book, a child. So I took a look. I said, hon, look at this here, right? But that being said, we got some trouble there. They start too early. They start too early. And I don't want to dwell here too long at all. We dealt extensively with the jagabats in relation to this issue and the general crisis in education in our podcast. And it is pinned to the Sharon Avery Duncan page for those of you who are viewing the program on my page, or those of you who would like to see or listen to more of this discussion. We dealt with it extensively in our midday podcast for a whole hour. Dr. Nicolette Henry, former Minister of Education, and we had Odessa Primus as well. And we interrogated this issue. I mean, sure, we could have used another hour or two, but we dealt sufficiently, in my mind, in terms of the first instance, with this issue of what's happening there at Christ Church. And if you guys want more of that, please, after the program, refer to the podcast we did just today again. Folks, use this opportunity. Take a breather. Don't want a little hot. Take a breather and use this opportunity, guys, to share the live stream. Shock and awe. And this, I should have spelled it right. This is not shock. It's shock. Shock and awe. We were shocked. Shock and awe at Christ Church. I don't know the kind of conversations that transpired in some of the homes when people see their children. Folks, listen to me. Listen to me. As a colleague said, a colleague we have working with us here named Dave, he said to us, he said, people like in the ring until they see themselves in the ring. then the problems start. That's what Dave told us the other night. People love in the ring until they see themselves in the ring. One person called us last night, called us recently, after seeing a family member of hers featured in the ring. Called us. The woman said she's shocked. She's shocked. She's shocked. She said she said that this is my child. I shocked, Mr. Dunk. I shocked. See what you could do for me. She's shocked. Right? And it reminded us of what Dave said. Dave said, people love in the ring until they see themselves in the ring. And then is when the trouble starts. So we shocked too. Right? We could imagine what transpired in some families, but this is a teachable moment, and it's a good time for us to sit down and to talk to our teenagers, talk to our children, talk to our students about what is acceptable behavior. They can do this stuff, but this is not the right time. This is not the right time. What can be a benefit for you if you come into it too early? Gonna be problems. Gonna be problems. Good. So refer to that podcast. Below the belt is pinned to the Sheridan Avery Duncan Facebook page. You guys can see more of it, more and engage more of our discussion on this subject matter there. Moving along, guys. Moving along. Guys, share the live stream now. While we talk about this fraudulent install administration, share the live stream for us. And we want to see the emojis. Come on. We want to see those emojis. We want. Somebody said, where else find the energy from? Folks, we'll love bringing the information to you. Somebody called me today and invited me to be part of a program. Sadly, the program happens during my program time and me left in y'all for nobody else. Stop that. So I said, we're on every night, right? We're on every night. The person responded, where y'all is find information to be out there every night? I said, y'all and see what the government doing? You'll see what this government doing? We ain't going fabricating stuff. And this is just a small iota of information filtering out around there. What this install regime doing. So we have to have the energy. It comes naturally, guys. This is our passion to serve you guys. And we hope that you guys partner with us so that we can do more of it. Fraudulent government. Fraud is fraud. We can say, well, fraud is fraud. It's a fraudulent government. Fraudulent government. We told you why some of them would never get champion of the earth. Never. Here is why they ain't getting it. These guys don't want to do no environmental impact assessment. Environmental impact assessment, right, is like a cussword to this government. It should be an important component to any big project you're doing. It tells you about the impact this project is going to have on the ecosystem, impact on the natural environment. It's a very, very important part of projects. And when we had Dr. Vincent Adams, a specialist in this area, on our podcast quite recently, last week, refer to the podcast on our page. We had Dr. Vincent Adams, and he said to us, the environmental impact assessment, the EIA, is like the Bible to projects. It tells you about the sustainability of the project, the impact it's going to have, if any. But don't take Dr. Vincent Adams' word for it. This Jacobite here and the PPP government, this head of the Environmental Protection Agency, an agency of the government, environmental impact assessments, they are being waived for almost every single project. They want them kind of headache to do studies. This government is allergic to studies. They're allergic to reading. They're allergic to comprehension. Those things elude them, elude their grasp. And so yet another project we have spotted in which they have waived the environmental impact assessment. And this is a project that is happening at Houston. It's a waste treatment facility that is happening at Houston, folks. A waste treatment facility. And the company that is involved there, it is the name was right here in the notes, and now it is gone. Nonetheless, this is a needed facility in terms of the environmental impact assessment. It's a needed procedure. And here is the administration. Here is the administration waiving this very, very important aspects of huge projects. But here are some other EIAs that they have waived in the recent past. And I'm going to ask the guys to bring it up big on the screen because I want to walk you through it very quickly. Some of the EIAs that this install regime has waived. The current company is called Tiger Rentals. This latest one that they have waived. This waste treatment facility at Houston on the east bank of Demerara. Tiger Rentals, Guyana Inc. They are the ones putting up or proposing this waste treatment facility. But look at some in the past. This install regime, folks, share the live stream. Shonnet Barnes, I want the international community to see what's happening here. Faisal Sattar, I want them to see what is happening here. Peter Sales, Marlene DeYoung, Vic Prasad, look what is happening here. The Demerara Harbor Bridge. The installed PPP said they don't need no EIA. As a matter of fact, Irfan said without reading the studies, he know the new Harbor Bridge going to be good on the environment. Then you got the oil exploration in the Kanji block. Them boys waived the environmental impact assessment for that. Right? They were setting up another waste treatment facility at Coverdale. Again on the East Bank. Them boys waived the EIA for that. There's a proposed Marriott branded hotel for BV. Right? For Wactin, rather. They waived the EIA for that. 12 well exploration campaign offshore the Kanji block, the Kaitro block rather. They waived the EIA for that. You see, EIA and waiving is the norm. It's not the exception, it's the norm. There's another company called Superior Concrete Company. Them boys waived the EIA for that as well. They have waived the EIA for that. And now this one here is the latest. Tiger Rentals, Guyana Inc., their waste treatment facility being set up at Houston, they have waived the EIA for that as well. And you all know they ain't doing no studies for this gas to show they're proposing for Wales. They promised the people they're going to open back the sugar estate. Right? Now they're converting Wales to a gas to shore energy project. And they said, you don't need no purpose-built feasibility study for that. They also made a promise. They were going to renegotiate the ExxonMobil PSA, the production sharing agreement. Right? Them boys come out and said the other day, oh, sanctity of contracts. They're not going to renegotiate that. And then a company to show their skullduggery in what Kemraj Ramditan deems as the breaking down of the guardrails of democracy, because the environmental impact assessment form this important function. Right? The company now that I got selling the oil on the world market, this company called Aramco out of Saudi Arabia, the guys have refused the PPP. Fraud is fraud. This fraudulent install regime, they have refused now to let us know what are the terms of the deal with Aramco, this Saudi Arabian company, Aramco Trading Limited. This is what they're doing, folks. This is what they are doing. Dividing up the spoils and its friends and family. Friends and family, you want to open a big business and make money quick, get them kickbacks and all that, you need no EIA. It's a no-brainer. Jack Dio, Papa Jagabat, he said this gas to show project from Wales, you don't need no EIA. It is a no-brainer. That's what the Jagabat says. It's a no-brainer. Fraud is fraud. That's what we're telling y'all. Fraud is fraud. Look what is happening here now. Y'all want to see fraud is fraud? Now, the National Assembly give this Jagabat Colin Crowell $6 billion assigned for housing. He done sign contracts for $14 billion. Who gave him the authority? Or as Pollock and them used to say back in this, who gave him the authorification to sign $14 billion away in contracts when the National Assembly has given the ministry only $6 billion? You know who? Friends and family. Friends and family. That's what's happening here. Friends and family. And then they spend all the money and they come back and use what we call the tyranny of their majority in parliament to okay their spending. Retro. Okay, they're spending. Retro. Spending everything and borrowing like mad. You all understand why they're claiming we got 19.5% economic growth. But we ain't feeling it in my pocket because the spending everything is friends and family benefiting. Not you, the ordinary citizen. Not you, the grassroots people. Not you, the man in the street. No, 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 no. Friends and family wholesale. Fraud is fraud. How you could get 6 billion and you done spend 14? How? What kind of grassmatics is that? I know we ain't good with numbers, but to God, we can recognize fraud when we say fraud is fraud, Colin Crowell. But you're all going to answer to the National Assembly and the people of this country very shortly. Things tight. Things tight in this country, folks. Things tight. Don't take your word for it. Don't take our word for it. Things tight. Things tight. Look what they're doing with the fisher folk. The fisher folk says since these Jagabats come in, since these Nakavakamites come in, these Jebusites, these Hippocytes come in, these Philistines, these crosses and vagabonds, since they come in, they fish them running away. They fish them running away. Right? My wife said, be careful when I talk about fish in this program. She don't want too much people in her business. They fish them running away. They like fish. Fish don't like them. Just like Western Union and MoneyGram, we ain't got no problem with fish here in this program. The fish running away. And now since you got a problem, instead of doing deep policy analysis to affect lasting change, they dash a hamper in your chest. Take a bag of rice, a pound of sugar and a half pint tile, and be quiet. And so they went sharing hampers to the fisher folks. That's what we're becoming. A country of mendicants. A welfare state. Soon as you got a problem, right? Your husband knocked you to take a hamper. That's what Vindia did the other day. Abuse women, take a hamper. Take half pound salt and a pound of potatoes. They're going to fix it. Soon as you got a problem, they come with a half salt bag of goods. 2 pint rice, 2 packets of chung men, a half can of mixed vegetable. Fix the problem. The fish can come back. Use as bait. The fisher folk got a problem. The fisher folk says ExxonMobil. They're still investigating the oil spill. Still, done gone next for legal opinion. The EPA, under the same Jagaba still investigating the oil spill. We're not going to hear about that till probably 2030. What was the outcome? Soon as you got a problem, the people have a problem, the fish not biting the hooks. Their solution, take a bag of hamper. Things tight. Things tight, folks. Things are tight. GPL broke. GPL broke. How you can get better GPL? When the same man who mismanaged GPL in the past is the same man they put back to head GPL. One of the brightest folks who ever lived. One of the brightest folks. I ain't talking about Solomon. I'm talking about Einstein. Albert Einstein said, I hope them children from Christchurch watching. Albert Einstein said, madness is doing the same thing over and over, but you're expecting a different result. That's the PPP. Doing the same thing over and over. Y'all sharing this live stream. Doing the same thing over and over, but you expect a different result. That's what Albert Einstein defines madness as. That's how he defines madness. That is the PPP. So they put back Dindial, borrowed Dindial there at GPL, and they expect a different result. They fire Dindial from his management. And now when the workers legitimately expecting their 7%, Dindial said, no, the country broke. Company broke. We can't afford that. Dindial came out and said that. Dindial said 5 billion is being lost yearly to electricity theft. $5 billion, according to Dindial, is being lost through electricity theft. And so the company cannot afford anything more. First thing Dindial wrong. Because you can't thief electricity. You can't pick it up and run away with it. So first thing, he wrong. Right? First thing, legally, the law says you divert electricity. Electricity is going one place, you push in your plug, you carry it someplace else. You divert electricity. You can't thief it. Right? So the first thing around it. But I hope you aren't thieving electricity in this country. Nikki Ennis, I hope you don't thief electricity and causing the people, according to India in this country, not to get a 7%. Owen Bacchus, I hope you ain't diverting electricity. Nikki Ennis, I hope you're not part of diverting electricity. Karen Clark, Odessa Primus, I hope you're not part of diverting electricity. Candy Empress, I hope you are not part of diverting electricity. Right? Some of you are diverting, thieving electricity then. Let me go back to the India. Thieving. Things tight. But I think if you get rid of Dindial, this company is going to start to look up like it was doing under the APNU AFC coalition, folks. Don't stifle your conscience. Rochelle Johnson, Owen Bacchus, Marissa Andrews, don't let me stifle your conscience. Oh, hold. Trenches, hold. Don't let me stifle your conscience. We know. Blackouts were decreasing under the APNU AFC coalition. Thanks to David Patterson there, who headed the Ministry of Infrastructure, under which this entity fell. Right? Blackouts were becoming a thing of the past. Now the World Bank citing blackout in the report as an obstacle to online learning for the children. Oh, we really know the PP come back. You get rid of Dindial, and this company going to start to look up. Folks, this is the point where I want you all share the life. I want people around the world. I want Joe Biden and Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris. Some of y'all like say that. See what is happening here. The World Bank flagged me for blackout. They flagged me for food insecurity. Oh, they flagged me for low education engagement. What is next? Things tight. And I can ask for Odessa Primus when she come. How tight? Things tight. Odessa knows these kinds of things. Right? Things tight, folks. Look how things tight. The police, instead of serving and protecting, the police stopped a vehicle at Well-Lad recently. There were pounds upon pounds of ganja. The police were recently found to be trying to thief the ganja. Things tight. Things are tight in this country. The police. You understand why the police force is in the free fall and the PPP? Them boys come back. The police, who's supposed to be serving and protecting. So the confiscated ganja marijuana, right? Them boys want a high Christmas. So they were attempting, according to the reports we saw, to steal 52 pounds. Now, how much of them at the station? How much ganja you could smoke? 52 pounds. You're missing work for the rest of the year. 52 pounds of ganja. Them boys trying to carry away with. Right? Them boys remembering the good life they used to have and the troubles they have. And them guys want free the mind. Kishan, Sharma, Ramjatan, Anelli, Nikki Innes, Sparkling Wells, Shondell Moses, Paul Jandro, Sean White. 52 pounds of marijuana. You understand the pressure people got in this country when you can try to thief 52 pounds of marijuana? You understand the stress? The good book says those that mourn and so on must give them wine. Those that are in distress and so on, give them wine to drink. These folks trying to catch off police, trying to cut off with 52 pounds of marijuana. This is how tight things take. Them boys must be done watching the chairs. Wherever the chair selling, I ain't giving nobody no free shout out. Right? Watching some blinds, watching the pickled pork, watching the turkey, watching the chicken and so on. Things tight this Christmas. So them boys ain't get a 7%. Them boys going after the 7%. That's how tight things tight. I'm coming down to my guest quickly. Let's hasten through, guys. The fight card. Things tight. Right? Schumann. And the government fighting. Schumann and the installed regime fighting. Folks, the PPP stink, dirty, and wicked. They call Schumann a liar. Schumann call him a liar. They say Schumann is a scam. Schumann said there's a scam. Schuman said he stands by his words that they are not consulting with the indigenous people. They are not consulting with the Amerindians. Schuman called them a thief. They call Schuman a thief. And it's tit for tat. Tit for tat. Knock and knock back. And that's how it's happening. I didn't see this day coming. I don't even know if the bishop, the false prophet, see this day coming. It's Schuman and them daily in the news. They knock Schuman, Schuman knock them back. They cuss Schuman, Schuman cuss them back. Folks, it's stink and dirty. They're wicked. They're wicked. And this is how they treat people they have no uses for. Jerry Gavai, you had tech note. Ralph Ramkaran, you had tech note. And I'm surprised that Schuman belonged to join the party. I ain't hear Timothy Jonas yet. I ain't hear Ralph Ramkaran yet. But this is what happens. People singing for the summer, singing for the supper, or they're quiet. In addition to that, for the summer, they stink and dirty. Wicked, stink and dirty. The PPP come back. And the Americans know it. Sarah Lynch, who helped to install them, I'm certain she's shocked. She's not shocked. She's shocked when she see the operation. And so today was International Anti-Corruption Day. We didn't see a statement out in this administration. We didn't see a word on anti-corruption out in this administration. How are you going to see it? Y'all remember Sharon Hicks, PS, at the Ministry of Indigenous Affairs, the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs. She was caught in a police sting operation. Police sting operation trying to extract bribe, kickback from a contractor. The police set up this sting operation and caught her. Her file is with the DPP awaiting a legal opinion. They need a legal opinion for that. The police, this wasn't private citizens, a vigilante group. The police themselves set up this sting operation, caught her red-handed. How they can give a statement on Anti-Corruption Day, right? But the US wasn't having it. I am almost certain. Sarah, they want to get a statement. It's your friends. But proper people in the White House now. Proper people in the White House now. Hear what part of the statement says. President Biden is hosting a virtual summit for democracy at which President Ali has confirmed his attendance. The United States is asking participating governments to announce meaningful commitments and initiatives and to engage with civil society and the private and philanthropic sectors, since they play an important critical role in supporting democracy, fighting corruption, and protecting human rights. Hear what comes next in this statement. Oh, y'all like talk about Granger? Put this in y'all pipe and smoke it. In 2018, under the APNU AFC David Granger-led coalition, in 2018, the Guyana Public Service Commission was reconstituted after a 13-year hiatus. Where is it now under the PPP? Gone back in hiatus. This is the American Embassy statement. In 2018, the Guyana Public Service Commission was reconstituted after a 13-year hiatus. This was a step towards ensuring fairness and transparency in the public service system. The government of Guyana also passed David Granger, also passed Joseph Harmon, also passed the Protected Disclosures Whistleblower Act. And y'all said Granger do nothing. The government of Guyana under Granger also passed the Protected Disclosures Whistleblowers Act in 2018, which seeks to protect persons making disclosures from retribution from others, including within the public service. You think them by going want this now? That is why the Public Service Commission has not been reconstituted. The American Embassy statement reads, these legislative reforms are necessary parts of a successful fight against corruption. When the PPP on there, when the PPP initiatives there for fight corruption, where there, folks, this is a live stream. This is a program I want you all share. When the PPP on there, Where the PPP own there, folks? Where there? Where there? Folks, for the main event this evening, I want to invite the one and only Odessa Primus. Let me see this woman face close. Let me see what's happening. The main event is on. The main event, the one and only. She's an influencer. She is an influencer and she is also very philanthropic in her own way. And I'm going to ask her about some of these issues we covered this evening, in addition to a project she's currently working on. But before that, folks, let me pay the bills. We have an ad. Bear with us, folks.
Carman has demonstrated his ability to transform this party.
Congress houses were meant to be the center of activity for the party in every region.
The bill's gotta pay, folks. The bill's gotta pay. Let us welcome the one and only Odessa Primus. Welcome, Odessa. How you doing in your neck of the woods? How you doing?
Hi, good night. I'm alright. I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain much.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Odessa, I had you on. I want to briefly touch on some issues before we head into the real reason you're on the program this evening. I know you give some thoughts during our lunch time podcast below the belt, but I'm happy to have you back this evening. I mean, you were telling us there how shocked you were with this whole incident at Christchurch Secondary School. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I did not say I was shocked. That's what you said.
I was shocked.
I did not say that at all. You're shocked. You shocked. I was not. I mean, as I would have said, these are things that are not new. They have been happening for a while. It's unfortunate that that we have not addressed it in the way that it needs to be addressed, so we don't see a reoccurrence of these things happening. Even with the parents too. A lot of those things need to be addressed outside of the school, outside of with the students as well. When you look at some of the comments of the parents on social media, not the parents of the children in this specific incident, but parents generally, people still talking about peppering the girl children and about, shaving their heads and these types of things. So as I would have said earlier today, I think that, this is an opportunity for us to look at how best we can could unlearn and relearn and to educate our people in terms of how to deal with these issues.
Very well. And what do you think about this whole, not a notion of the fact that you can't tell police from thief? The police confiscate this 52 plus pounds of marijuana and police trying to thief it out from the station. What do you make of that? What is this country coming to, Odessa? What coming to?
I don't know where it's coming to, Sherrod. Let me be quite honest with you. If you're working at a place and you can't get a high salary, then at least you could get high. And I'm assuming that is the notion of it. 7%. But then again, you could go higher than 7% with 50 pounds of weed, or how much of it is 50 what? How many? I don't remember how much it was that you said.
52 plus pounds of weed.
Well, that's a lot of weed. That's a lot of smoking. Everybody in the station high. Everything all right. Everything good. Everything legit. I'm just kidding. Well, not really. But what you gonna do? You're gonna left this weed and let them burn it up, or you're gonna utilize? Because sometimes it's good weed. Good weed apparently is hard to come by. I'm just saying.
Wow. and as we were telling our viewers, it's International Anti-Corruption Day. But perhaps for them, Jagabay says International Corruption Day. Not a word. Them boys quiet. So now is the time for them to come out and roll out initiatives on how they will combat corruption in their administration. The Americans got nothing recent to go by. They got to refer to Granger. And what Granger
No,
did,
but
but we
Sharon,
never do nothing.
Sharon, in all fairness, you cannot roll out what you don't have. So you'd have to have something in order to roll it out. So while you're saying that now would be a good time, I don't doubt you at all. But you have to have something to roll out. And clearly, the only thing rolling out at this point is the 50 pounds of weed or 52 pounds of weed rolling
Them
out in
guys
some police car or something.
rolling some big ones, the boy. Rolling some big ones. Things tight in this country,
Yeah.
listen. Things tight. But let us talk about the real reason you're here this evening. We know that you're always on the ground working
Well, of
hard.
course, the real reason I'm here is to be with you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You weren't saying. Okay, sorry.
I thought I told you wouldn't say that while my wife listening this program.
I thought
But
you
that's
told me
what I
you're going
know.
to bed early tonight.
I know you got a fantastic program happening in Sophia there, and you do it on a yearly basis, trying to reach the I don't want to use the term less fortunate children, but the less fortunate folks. And this is a remarkable year when really and truly things tight. Tell us about the program you are running and what you are requiring of the public, if anything.
Yes, Sharon. A little thing. Actually, it is this specific event is annual, but the organization exists throughout the year. So at the end of the year, we usually have a party. Of course, this year with the pandemic, it's going to be a pick up and go kind of something rather than a gathering. And I have been very busy, but I must say that there are companies and families who have been donating over the years. As I was telling you today while we were talking, Giftland reached out to me, and they have been one of the persons who I can't remember a year that they haven't given. Perhaps there is one or two in between, but I have no recollection. But we would usually do hampers per family. And so it's hampers for family, and the children get to have a toy, and of course they would have their food and so on that they would collect because it would normally be a party. In this case, they will that will be placed in a box in the bag so that they can go home, and at least for the holidays. Sharad, this is a time where you don't want to be your house and the neighbor cooking up a storm and you don't have anything. It's we already have a number of vulnerable children, and you don't want to have them being in a position where they see other children with things, they see other family with things, and they're unable to get it. Mind you, I'm not saying that because you don't have that you should go down a negative path, but what I'm saying is that it's important for us to try to help as much as we can. You don't have to be rich to give. And usually around this time, people would be it inbox me on Facebook or call me. This might be a good time for me to throw out my number. Hopefully, none of these
I was
senior
about to
men on
ask.
your
I was about to ask, how can people make contact with you to help if they want to do so?
ah, right. My number is 608-2346, and of course that works for MMG as well. I will in the comments add the information for the Cash App. But Sherrod, I like you. I have no problems with Western Union or with MoneyGram. We good, we tight, like everything legit. So that is also another way in which persons can donate if they are so desirous of. I have received quite a large amount of clothing for distribution, and so I will do that prior though, before the days, because I think we have like a 7 days event. There's a business here in Sophia that I'm doing some collaborations with this year. So Giftland is going to bring the Santa and so on, who's going to be there. And then we are going to be at Noel and Daughter Supermarket here in Sophia. And of course, they're setting up this huge Christmas tree. So there's the whole feel and everybody get to come. And maybe I'd sing a song or two and so on. So as the children come through, music is going to be playing and all
I
that.
want
So
to
you
see
don't
the
have to
Christmas
subject
tree.
yourself. You know what? I will take a picture and send you.
I
So
want
you
to see
can
the
put up
Christmas
the Christmas
tree.
tree on Facebook,
Christmas tree
because with all
wars
these
continue.
Christmas trees, right? What I can tell you is that it is bigger than the Christmas tree
But the
of
police
the Guyana
force
police. Yes,
from the
it's a little
GPF.
bigger. I mean, it's not a Christmas tree war. We good. But I just think that, during this period, we really got to, try to find ways, be it, we might want to call it coping mechanisms or whatever, but find ways to help each other. I may not have enough, but I can help you out, and that sort of thing, So hopefully, even, I mean, it's not about giving 100 hampers or 200 or whatever. You can give as much as you can. If you can only do one, if you can only do items for a couple, if you prefer to make monetary donations, if you have clothes, blinds, whatever. I do that distribution before, but I'm aiming for the 20th and the 22nd to have the hamper and the activity for the children. But I already have. I don't know why I'm sweating like this. What is this? When do you experience menopause? Sorry about that. So I already have a number of clothing here that I'm preparing to distribute very soon. So that is going to happen before, because I don't want children to not be able to come because they don't have shoes, or because they don't have suitable clothing to come, and so on. So usually people would give those before, and I have received quite a bit. And I have quite a bit more to collect, because people have reached out to me to pass by and to collect and so on. And so by the end of this week, I should have all of the clothing here, so that I can start distributing those, so that the children can feel comfortable. You mustn't gotta come and you got on an old slipper, and then, everybody dress up and so on, as we would say, to come out. So I just want to ensure that all of the children are comfortable. The hampers are going to be given to the parents, not the children. So it's going to be, it's not going to be given per child. It's going to be given per household. So if you got 5 children, some people, they got 5 children and they want to find 5 mothers for these children. No, 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 that's not how it's working. Each household will be given these hampers, and of course I would be the person doing the selection, so that people who really need could get, because Guyanese, we just get a little smart sometimes. So when it comes to these sorts of things for some people, and so I just want to ensure that the most vulnerable is catered to first.
Fantastic. And we really hope that the public reaches out and be a part of this. We know that this is a season of giving, and if you have a little more than others, that you come on board and help Odessa and this fantastic project that she has. Odessa, we want to really thank you for stopping by this evening, and of course, offering your insights on some of the issues on our fight card, and also letting us know about how this project you have is progressing. Thank you so much.
Yes, I was here last year, asking for help, and I will
Believe it
be
or not,
here
yeah,
next year. I'll
we
be
out
here
here
next year
still.
as well. So look out for me next year. I will be coming as Mrs. Claus, because I heard that Santa's looking for a wife. Hint wink, Santa. Hint wink.
Thank you very much. Odessa Santa, wherever you are, we hope you're hearing. Odessa willing to take one for the team. Thank you, Odessa. Thank you. Thank you. Folks, that's our program for this evening. Thank you, Odessa, for stopping by, Odessa Primus. And folks, if you have the opportunity to, pitch in there and be helpful to folks not as well off as you guys are, please do so. We want to thank you guys for stopping by this evening. Brenda Braffett and Ovlita Blackman and Colette Davison. Guys, ensure that you share the live stream before you go. Quite a number of you still watching us, thousands of you to be precise. Ensure you share the live stream. We want the world to see what the Jacobats doing, how to stay, how to be. Ensure that you share the live stream. Joan and Chisung Henry, Jennifer Bob. Guys, we still encourage you guys to come on board and to partner with us. We need your help to continue doing what we're doing. We out here every day. We're privileged to say now, year after day, we're throwing at y'all face, year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day. We out here, people. We out here. Good to see so many of you. We got a Cash App available as an option, guys. It's a $ in the ring 592. We got PayPal available. It's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. We got MMG available as platforms for you to contribute via. Our number is MMG 6276963. You got photographs you want to share with us. You got a little information tip. You got some video you want to share with us. That's a good number for you to WhatsApp, 6276963. It's also our MMG number. We're also available as Odessa. Rightfully said, we ain't got no problem with Western Union. And we ain't got no problem with MoneyGram here in the ring, guys. So come on board and to partner with us and help us to do more of what we've been doing. Again, Amanda Daniels, good to see you guys. Warnella Garnett, Warnella, good to see you out there. Shalon Az, good to see you as well. Daniel Passad, Margaret Jones, Ariel, good to see you. All of you guys, Paul DeAndro, Karen McFoy, great to see all you fantastic folks. Brenda, Janet Edwards, I see still here. Joan Holder, Anthony Higgins Arjun. Anthony, I see you for a little while, my brother. What's happening? Auntie Sandra Hanover is here with us as well. Guys, we want to see those emojis. We want to see those shares. Before you go, ensure you share the live stream. We know some of you guys are heading off to other program, other places, heading home from work, heading to work. Guys, please do so safely. Again, Clive Barrow, good to see you there. Odwin Lake, great to see you as well. Paul Brando Ramatar, my apologies. Brenda Braffett, Stacy Braffett, Carol Williams, Royston Melville, good to see all of you. Rudy Hines, good to see you as well. Celeste Clark, good to see you indeed, Celeste. The PPP wicked, they stink and dirty. Good to see all of you. Paulette Hawk Kippins, great to see you. Mark Carr, good to see you as well. Good to see you. All you fantastic folks like Rhonda Lane. Guys, great to have you guys in the ring. It's our privilege being out here. We out here night after night, week after week, month after month, year after year, bringing you all the information that you need. Great to have all of you in the ring, guys. Ensure all 2,000+ of you, 2,500+ of you, still on the live stream, guys. Ensure you share the live stream before you go. And those coming back to view the program, ensure you share it as well. Do stay safe. Tomorrow, we're back on with our midday podcast. Join us for lunch tomorrow. Below the belt. We are back tomorrow. Below the belt, 12 to 1, folks. 12 to 1. Join us for our podcast. Today's podcast is pinned on our social media page on Facebook, Sheridan Avery Duncan page on Facebook. It's also on our YouTube channel, guys. And if you haven't had a chance to share the live stream, do so now. You haven't had a chance to follow the pages you're viewing us from, do so now. You haven't had a chance to retweet the broadcast on Twitter, do so now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And you know what? I want to say congratulations to Samuel Medas. We saw today that he was honored by YouTube. He has just surpassed 100,000 followers there on YouTube. I think he mentioned he's now at 117,000. Guys, we got a far way to go. But we salute our brother Samuel Medas as well. And also we ask you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We know hundreds of you watch our YouTube channel. Good to see you, Sharon Shepard and Sandra Hanover, Spurley. Good to see you as well, Mark Williams and Mark James. All the marks on the live this evening. Eartha London, good to see you as well. Jermaine Osborne, Yvette Granham, good to see you as well. Yvette Jarrett, good to see you. Dinner Rhines there in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Elizabeth Raymond and all the girls, good to see you folks as well. The whole Rhine clan, the whole Rhine family. Joylyn Cook, we see you. Diane Graves, Andy, we see you. Guys, have a fantastic evening. Penelope Hudson, am I missing anything? Penelope Hudson, good to see you.
Joseph Harmon has demonstrated his ability to...
We gotta pay the bills. Here's that ad.
Joseph Harmon has demonstrated his ability to transform this party.
Congress houses were meant to be the center of activity for the party in every region.
Joseph Harmon.
Pay themselves, folks. The bills don't pay themselves. And we're alerting you guys early. We're not on over the weekends. For now, we're not usually on over the weekends, but we are alerting you early. We're going to be on over this weekend. Congress comes up on Saturday, the 11th day of December. And unless something happens with the holding of that Congress, we are going to be on over the weekend. bringing you live coverage of how the Congress is going. So stay tuned for that. We're giving you an early notice. We are going to be on. We are going to be on Saturday, and we're going to be talking and bringing you more updates throughout the week on how the preparation for Congress is going as well. So stay tuned for that. Guys, thanks for joining us. Betsy Freeze and Joylyn Cook. I see Nikki Innes is still here. Lots of folks like Stacey Bradford and Rhonda Lane, and is it Oliveth George? All you folks with fantastic names. Samantha Prince, you guys have a fantastic evening. Thanks for joining us. Do stay safe. Remember to wear your mask, sanitize, social distance. Folks, Christchurch students, social distance. Practice all the COVID-19 protocols in place for your health and your safety, that of your family, friends, and loved ones. Stay safe.